Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. I tried always to do better, saw always a little further. I tried to stretch myself. I never thought I'd land in pictures with a face like mine. Opportunities don't often come along, so when they do, you have to grab them. The most important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy. It's all that matters. Pick the day. Enjoy it to the hilt. The day as it comes. People as they come. Not to live for the day, that would be materialistic, but to treasure the day. Happiness is health and a short memory. I love people who make me laugh. I honestly think it's the thing I like most. To laugh. It cures a multitude of ills. It's probably the most important thing in a person. Let's face it, a nice creamy chocolate cake does a lot for a lot of people. I don't take my life seriously, but I do take what I do in my life seriously. The beauty of a woman is not in the clothes she wears, the figure that she carries, or the way she combs her hair. The beauty of a woman is seen in her eyes because that is the doorway to her heart. True beauty in a woman is reflected in her soul. Elegance is the only beauty that never fades. I believe in being strong when everything seems to be going wrong. I believe that happy girls are the prettiest girls. I believe in kissing a lot. If my world were to cave in tomorrow, I would look back on all the pleasures I've had. I was born with an enormous need for affection and a terrible need to give it. The best thing to hold on to in life is each other. If I get married, I want to be very married. When nobody needs you, that's when I think life is over. I have to be alone very often. I'd be quite happy if I spent from Saturday night until Monday morning alone in my apartment. When the chips are down, you are alone, and loneliness can be terrifying. I don't want to be alone. I want to be left alone. People, even more than things, have to be restored, renewed, revived, reclaimed, and redeemed. Never throw out anyone. It's that wonderful old fashioned idea that others come first and you come second. As you grow older, you will discover you have two hands, one for helping yourself, the other for helping others. To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. I believe in miracles. I believe that tomorrow is another day. I believe in pink. Why change? Everyone has his own style. When you have found it, you should stick to it. There is more to sex appeal than just measurements. I can convey just as much sex appeal picking apples off a tree or standing in the rain. A woman can be beautiful as well as intellectual. I decided very early on just to accept life unconditionally. I never expected it to do anything special for me, yet I seemed to accomplish far more than I'd ever hoped. How shall I sum up my life? I think I've been particularly lucky. My life has been a series of miracles. Living is like tearing through a museum. Not until later do you really start absorbing what you saw. Everything I learned from the movies. My life isn't theories and formulae. It's part instinct, part common sense. I have learnt how to live, how to be in the world and of the world. I never think of myself as an icon. What is in other people's minds is not in my mind. You have to look at yourself objectively. Analyze yourself like an instrument. Face your handicaps, don't try to hide them. Instead, develop something else. I was asked to act when I couldn't act, to sing when I couldn't sing, and to dance with Fred Astaire when I couldn't dance. Good things aren't supposed to just fall into your lap. God is very generous, but He expects you to do your part first. At the end of a bad time or a huge effort, I've always had the prize at the end. There is no magic formula. You have to work for what you want. It's sad if people think that's a dull existence, but you can't just buy an apartment and furnish it and walk away. It's the flowers you choose, the music you play, the smile you have waiting. I want it to be gay and cheerful, a haven in this troubled world. I don't want my husband and children to come home and find a rattled woman. Paris is always a good idea. La vie en rose. It is the French way of saying, I am looking at the world through rose colored glasses. Some people dream of having a big swimming pool. With me, it's closets. There is one difference between a long life and a great dinner. In the dinner, the sweet things come last. At a young age, I was very aware of suffering and fear. If I'm honest, I have to tell you, I still read fairy tales and I like them best of all. For me, the only things of interest are those linked to the heart. And I think that's what life is all about, actually, about children and flowers. No matter where you run, you just end up running into yourself. You can tell more about a person by what he says about others than you can by what others say about him. You can always tell what kind of a person a man really thinks you are by the earrings he gives you. I've learned that it's important to be yourself no matter what they expect. You can even say that I hated myself at certain periods. I was too fat, or maybe too tall, or maybe just plain too ugly. My definiteness stems from underlying feelings of insecurity and inferiority. I found the only way to get the better of them was by adopting a forceful, concentrated drive. There's a science of war, but how strange that there isn't a science of peace. We all want to be loved, don't we? Walk with the knowledge that you are never alone. The best thing to hold on to in life is each other. Audrey Hepburn was more than a timeless icon of style and grace. She was a woman of depth, compassion, and quiet strength. Born in 1929 in Belgium, she rose from the hardships of World War II to become one of Hollywood's most beloved stars, known for her elegance in films like Breakfast at Tiffany's and Roman Holiday. Yet her greatest role came later as a humanitarian and UNICEF ambassador, dedicating her life to helping children in need around the world. Beyond her beauty and fame, Audrey embodied kindness, humility, and resilience. She believed in laughter, love, and the power of giving, values that made her legacy far more radiant than any film screen.